Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to this next lecture of Dynamics of Machine. And in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the dynamics of engine mechanism. In previous class, we already discussed about the piston displacement. So in this class, we'll be studying about velocity and acceleration of piston. Okay. So let's do a quick revision. In previous class, we saw kinematics of piston and we studied displacement of piston. By using this line diagram, we saw that x is equals to cc dash, that is displacement is equals to cc dash, and cc dash was calculated by c dash a minus ca. So c dash a came out to be L plus r, and ca came out to be L cos beta plus r cos theta by help of this triangle using sine law. All right. Now then we substituted value of r in terms of n and r using this relation, and we substituted value of cos beta in terms of theta using sine law and trigonometric relation. So we arrived at this equation that x is equals to r n plus 1 under root n square minus sine square theta plus cos theta. Okay, so this is the equation for position or displacement of crank. Then we reduced this equation of displacement by taking some approximation, and we ultimately came to this equation that x is equals to r 1 minus cos theta, and this is very similar to this equation is similar to equation of simple harmonic motion. Okay, so when will piston execute simple harmonic motion? So its answer is if the value of n is high. When will the value of n will be high? When the connecting rod is long enough. Okay, because n is equals to L upon r. So in the numerator, the value of connecting rod is present. So if the connecting rod length is long enough, then n will be high. Hence, the piston will execute simple harmonic motion. Okay. So displacement, we already found displacement. Now next step would be to find the velocity, and further step would be to find the acceleration of piston. So we already know that velocity of piston, if we are using symbol x for representing the displacement, then velocity can be represented by x dash. Okay, and what is this x dash? It is nothing but dx by dt, that is differentiation of displacement with respect to time. All right. So this can be further written as dx by d theta into d theta by dt. Okay. Why we are doing this? Because we have x in terms of theta. All right. We do not have any time related term in the equation of displacement. So we can do it like this, that partial differentiation in terms of theta. Okay, and we know this, that d theta by dt will be omega. How? Because theta is the angular displacement, and displacement with respect to time is called as velocity. Okay, so this angular displacement with respect to time will be angular velocity. So this d theta by dt will be equals to omega. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll put the value of x, equation of x, and differentiate it with respect to theta. So this is nothing but x, equation of x. Okay, so x dash becomes d by d theta of r n minus 1 minus n plus 1 minus under root n square minus sin square theta plus cos theta multiplied by omega. Why omega? Because this d theta by dt will come over here, and d theta by dt is nothing but omega. All right. we'll differentiate this equation with respect to theta. So here there is no theta term, so this will become 0, and this is simple differentiation. N square minus sine square theta once differentiated with respect to theta will give 2 sine theta cos theta upon 2 under root n square minus sine square theta. Okay, and this cos theta will become sine theta. Differentiation of cos theta would be sine theta into omega. Okay. Once we simplify this equation, we will get x is equals to r omega sine 2 theta upon cos this 2 sine theta cos theta will become sine 2 theta upon 2 n square minus sine square theta plus sine theta. Okay, so this is the equation of velocity for piston, and this is named as equation number B. So this gives us exact velocity of piston. Again, we see there is a term under root of n square minus sine square theta, and this can be approximated to value of n. Okay, how we did this? This we already discussed in previous class. So once we take this approximation, we get x dash is equals to r omega sine theta plus sine 2 theta by 2n. Okay, so since we have taken approximation over here, so this equation will give approximate velocity of piston. But if in question it is mentioned that you need to find the exact velocity of piston, then you have to use this equation, that is equation B. Okay, we cannot do this approximation then. All right, if in the question it is mentioned that find the exact velocity of piston, then we have to go through this equation. All right, okay. In kinematics of piston, we saw the displacement of piston, velocity of piston. Now the next step would be to find out the acceleration of piston. So again, if velocity is denoted by x dash, then acceleration can be denoted by x double dash. Okay, and this will be again equals to differentiation of velocity with respect to time will give us acceleration. Okay, this is basic elementary physics you have studied in from 9th class onwards. So rate of change of velocity is acceleration. Rate of change of velocity with respect to time is nothing but acceleration. Again, there is no time term in this uh, equation of velocity. So we'll do the partial differentiation in terms of theta, that is angular displacement. Okay, so this equation can be written as dx dot by d theta into d theta by dt. Again, this d theta by dt is nothing but angular velocity. Why? Because theta is angular displacement, right? I hope you remember in this uh, diagram itself, we saw that theta is angular displacement of crank. So rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time will give you angular velocity. Okay. Therefore, d theta by dt is omega. Again, as we did in case of velocity, we'll differentiate this velocity with respect to theta multiplied by omega. All right. So we have substituted the value of x. Value of x dot. X dot is we have put over here, and what is x dot? It is we have taken this approximate velocity of piston. All right, this is x dot. This x dot we have substituted over here. So d by d theta of r omega sine theta plus sine 2 theta by 2n multiplied by omega. Where did this omega come from? D theta by dt. Okay, So once you simplify this equation, you will get this r omega multiplied by omega will give r omega square into d by d theta of sine theta plus sine 2 theta by 2n. That is this thing inside the bracket. Okay. So once you differentiate it, you will get cos theta plus cos 2 theta by n. All right. So x double dot is equals to r omega square cos theta plus cos 2 theta by n. So this is acceleration of piston. This equation represents acceleration of piston. All right. So I hope this is clear to you. This is it for today. We'll conclude the class over here. So in today's class, we discussed the analytical approach to determine the velocity of piston and acceleration of piston. So in kinematics of piston, we studied three things: displacement of piston, whose equation is this. This is exact displacement, and this is approximate displacement. Okay. So first was displacement, second is velocity of piston, and we have this equation, two equations for velocity, and third was acceleration. So we have this one equation of acceleration. Okay, so as per the values asked in the question, you can use the equation accordingly. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. We'll conclude our class over here. Thank you, everyone.